What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Obsessive Gardener.
All right, welcome back to the Obsessive Gardener. Today, I got a toothpaste box mailed to me from Blaserman, who is on Instagram, and I believe he's on Reddit too. But anyways, he grew one of my plants for me, one of my crosses, which is the Starracha Hornet crossed with a Ninfadora F2. And he got a right pod before I did, and so I begged him to please send me one, and he graciously did. He even paid for shipping himself. What an awesome guy. Anyways, I need two hands to get this out, so hang on a second. So it survived all the way from Iowa to California, and it took about 2 weeks for it to get here, but it looks like it's in pretty good shape. I'm surprised. It actually still feels pretty firm too. As you can tell, I do work outside in the garden a lot. Alright, so I'm going to cut it open. We'll look at the inside, and I'm going to test this puppy out. Alright, I don't know how well you can see that, but there's the inside. Good thickness on the wall. I like that. And a few seeds in there. So they look good. So we'll plant one of those and we'll get a F3 going. But without further ado, let's try this thing out. Hey, so I cut this thing in half, and I'm a little scared, but I'm going to try the whole half. It's probably going to burn me up pretty good. The F1 was pretty darn hot. So we'll see. Here it is. This is a Starracha Hornet crossed with an Ninfadora, and this is the F2, which means it's the second generation. Here we go. So, very chinensi type flavor, a little bit of sweetness, no bitterness, no floral. It's got pretty good flavor. I'll give it like a 6 on flavor. It reminds me a lot of a weary pepper or something like that, like a small chinense pepper. A lot of times those small chinense peppers kind of, to me, in my opinion, kind of have a similar flavor, and that's the kind of flavor that it had. As we go along, I'm sure that flavor will change a bit, and so we'll see what happens with that. Hey, also, I forgot to mention the heat level on that thing was not what I expected. It was actually pretty low. It was like a medium heat. I'd say, if I had to guess the Scoville heat level, it'd be something like maybe 100,000, 150,000 tops. Yeah, I just forgot to mention that in the video. So it was not that hot. I mean, it had a kick, but it wasn't as hot as I expected. The F1, the first generation, if I had to guess, was probably like 500,000 or 600,000 Scoville. So it was pretty hot. This one had quite a bit less heat. Anyways, I just realized I forgot to mention the heat level, so I thought I would throw that in there. Anyways, I do have a plant growing in my house, and the pepper is probably about 3 weeks away or so from being ripe, so I will try it again, and we'll see if there's any difference at all between this pepper that Blaserman grew or the one that I grew. But yeah, they're the same variety. I sent him seeds, I can't even remember, last fall, I guess, and he's been growing it for a while. The cool thing about this plant is the Ninfadora is a variegated chinense, and but the flavor isn't that great. So what I'm trying to do is add in Starracha Hornet, which is very hot and has great flavor. So I crossed it those two together to try to see if I could get a good looking plant that also tastes good. A lot of times these ornamental peppers, they look good, but they don't taste great. So that's kind of what I'm going for. So we'll see how it goes. It takes about 7 generations or so to get a stable variety once you cross them. So this is only the 2nd generation. So we're going to keep going and we're going to keep trying it and we're going to see how this thing turns out. Hopefully we get what we're looking for, a nice looking, great tasting, hot pepper, which is what I'm really going for. Anyways, thanks for watching The Obsessive Gardener, and I'll catch you next time.